Let's be real. All of us have made simple mistakes at an airport. Sometimes these mistakes are so painfully obvious, you can't help but wonder what the person was thinking. These are the dumb, head-scratching slip-ups travelers make when checking a bag. Mistakes that practically shout, "I don't know what I'm doing," or worse, "I didn't bother to prepare." Don't be that person everyone dreads standing behind in line. Here are 13 bag-checking mistakes only idiots make when checking a bag at the airport. 1. Not putting a name tag on your checked bag. It's almost laughable how many people still skip this. You'd think everyone knows you need a tag with your name, phone, and maybe your email address on your luggage. But every single day, airlines pile up lost bags with no identification because someone thought they'd remember their black suitcase in a sea of black suitcases. Newsflash, you won't. At baggage claim, there are hundreds of nearly identical bags rolling by, and without a name tag, your odds of getting yours back if it goes missing drop to near zero. A simple luggage tag is cheap, takes 2 minutes to fill out, and can save you days of stress if your bag doesn't show up where you do. Make sure it's durable enough to survive rough handling and has contact info you actually check, like your current cell number or email. If you move or change numbers, update it. Always add a tag, even if you think your suitcase is unique. Your idea of one of a kind is probably shared by a few thousand other travelers. 2. Packing valuables in your checked bag. This is the kind of mistake that seems like a no-brainer, but idiots keep doing it. Jewelry, cash, laptops, tablets, cameras, and other expensive or sentimental items don't belong anywhere near your checked luggage. Why? Airlines lose or delay thousands of bags every single day. Even if your bag doesn't end up in Timbuktu by mistake, there's a very real chance that rough handling could smash fragile items. And if you think airport workers are all saints, think again. Thefts do happen. Besides the risk of damage or theft, you won't see your checked bag for hours, even when things go right. If you're landing late at night or have a tight connection, you could be stuck without your valuables until the next day. Keep anything valuable or irreplaceable in your carry-on bag or personal item where you can see it. It's the simplest way to protect your stuff. Period. 3. Ignoring airline bag size and weight limits. It's written everywhere. Your ticket confirmation email, your airline's website, the giant signs at the check-in counters. Yet people still show up with 80-pound bags or extra-large suitcases, then act shocked when the airline charges them $200 or more in oversize or overweight fees. Sometimes the fees are more expensive than the ticket itself. Checking your airline's size and weight limits takes 5 minutes with your phone. A tape measure and a bathroom scale at home can save you a massive headache later. Don't forget to allow a small margin. Airline scales sometimes weigh heavier than yours at home. If your airline says 50 pounds is the max, try to stay at 47 or 48. The same goes for size. If your bag is supposed to stay under 62 linear inches, length plus width plus height, measure it and check twice. Avoid the wallet pain and know the rules before you leave home. 4. Packing prohibited items. This one is as obvious as it gets, but you'd be surprised how many people still pack lighters, camping gas canisters, fireworks, or even spare lithium batteries in their checked luggage. These items are banned or heavily restricted by law. Airport security doesn't mess around with these things. If your bag has prohibited items, it will get flagged, pulled aside, and opened. You might get called to explain yourself. Worse, you could delay your flight, get fined, or in extreme cases, face charges. The easiest way to avoid this? Spend 2 minutes Googling TSA prohibited items or check your airline's website. They list exactly what's allowed and what's not. And if you're flying internationally, check the rules for your destination country too. A little research can save you from a world of headache, embarrassment, and possibly a ruined vacation. 5. Not using a luggage lock or zip tie. You don't need a $300 smart lock with fingerprint ID. But skipping any lock at all is basically asking for trouble. Without one, it's easy for anyone. Whether it's a dishonest baggage handler or someone passing by your bag on a conveyor belt, to unzip your suitcase, grab what they want, and zip it back up like nothing happened. Even if nobody tries to steal from your bag, rough baggage handling can fling your zippers open if they're not secured. Using a TSA-approved lock or even a cheap plastic zip tie can keep your zippers closed during the miles of conveyor belts, baggage carts, and tossing that your suitcase will endure. A simple lock also gives you peace of mind that you've taken a basic step to protect your stuff. Remember, once you check your bag, It's out of your sight for hours. You don't want to worry the whole flight about whether your bag has burst open and scattered your clothes across an airport tarmac. 6. Not taking a photo of your bag before checking it. Think you'll remember exactly what your bag looks like when it's lost? Spoiler alert, you won't. Once you're standing in front of the airline's lost luggage counter, tired and stressed, your brain will turn to mush. Saying, it's black, with wheels, won't help anyone. Every bag is black with wheels. Snapping a quick photo before you check your bag takes literally 10 seconds, but it can be a total lifesaver. That photo does two big things for you. First, it helps the airline staff figure out exactly what to look for in their back rooms or at other airports. Second, it shows what condition your bag was in before you handed it over. If your bag comes back destroyed, you have proof that it wasn't like that when you checked it. That can make it much easier to get compensation from the airline if something goes horribly wrong. And it doesn't have to be fancy. Just a clear phone photo of your suitcase from the front, maybe one of the side if it's distinctive, and you're good to go. This simple habit can mean the difference between getting your bag back quickly or spending days wearing the same clothes while the airline guesses what your medium black suitcase looks like. Always snap a photo before you drop your bag on the conveyor belt. 7. Not removing old luggage tags or stickers. This one's hilariously dumb, but you'd be shocked how many travelers do it every day. People leave old bag tags from previous trips hanging on their handle or stuck to the sides of their luggage like they're trophies. But these old tags can completely confuse the baggage system or the humans handling your bag. If there's an old barcode with an outdated destination, there's a real chance someone will accidentally scan it and send your bag to the wrong airport. Imagine planning a trip to Hawaii, but your suitcase ends up in Chicago because an old ORD tag from your last trip was still flapping around. That's how quickly things can go south. Before you even leave home, do a quick once-over on your suitcase and rip off any old airline tags, stickers, or barcodes. If you forget, take a second to remove them in line at the check-in counter. Your goal should be to have only the current trip's tag visible, so there's zero confusion about where your bag is supposed to go. This simple step will make sure your bag's information is crystal clear, which helps you and the airline avoid one of the easiest to prevent lost luggage scenarios out there. 8. Checking a bag without giving yourself extra airport time. This mistake turns a stressful airport experience into a full-blown disaster. Some travelers think they can breeze into the airport 45 minutes before their flight, drop off their checked bag, and waltz through security. But that's a one-way ticket to missing your plane. Baggage check-in desks usually close 40 to 60 minutes before departure, and some airports or airlines are even stricter. Add in factors like traffic getting to the airport, long lines at check-in or security, broken self-check kiosks, or random questions from TSA agents, and your supposed quick stop turns into a nightmare. If you don't leave enough time, you could be stuck watching your plane taxi away as you argue with the airline staff about why they won't take your bag anymore. The golden rule: arrive at least 2 hours before a domestic flight and 3 hours for international. This gives you a cushion for everything that can and will go wrong. It also lets you check your bag without rushing, breathe through security, and even grab a snack or water before boarding. No one enjoys spending extra time at the airport, but missing your flight because you tried to cut it close is way worse. 9. Not double-checking your bag. Claim ticket. When you check your bag, the airline employee will print a claim ticket, usually a sticker that goes on your boarding pass or a little slip of paper. This ticket is the only proof you have that you handed over your bag, and it has the tracking number airlines use if your bag goes missing. Yet tons of people shove it in a pocket without looking, or worse, throw it away. The worst case? You accidentally get someone else's tag or none at all, and when your bag disappears, you have zero way to prove what happened. Always check your claim ticket before you walk away from the check-in counter. Does it have your name? Does the destination code match your final stop? If you're flying through multiple airports, does it show your final destination, not just your first connection? Keep the ticket somewhere safe, like tucked inside your passport or wallet, until you have your bag back in your hands at your destination. Losing this tiny slip can turn a simple lost bag situation into a nightmare where the airline has nothing to search for. Double-checking takes 5 seconds, but could save you days of stress. 10. Packing liquids poorly in checked bags. Everyone knows liquid containers can explode in checked bags. Changes in air pressure during a flight, rough baggage handling, or bags getting stacked under hundreds of pounds of other luggage can cause bottles to burst open. Yet people still toss shampoo, conditioner, or lotion bottles straight into their suitcase with zero protection. Then act surprised when they find all their clothes soaked in sticky goo. It's such an obvious mistake to avoid. Put your liquids in sealed plastic bags, like a simple Ziploc or a reusable toiletry pouch. Even if a bottle leaks, it'll be contained. Another smart move is to buy travel-size bottles with tight, leak-proof lids designed for flying. And don't fill them to the top. Leaving a little empty space helps account for pressure changes at altitude. Don't forget to twist the caps tight, and for extra security, wrap the tops with a bit of plastic wrap before screwing the lids on. This easy step will save you from arriving at your destination only to discover you need to spend hours scrubbing shampoo out of all your clothes. It's the simplest way to avoid a soapy, smelly disaster that can ruin the start of your trip. 11. Trusting the airline completely. It's easy to think, once you hand over your bag at the check-in counter, you're done worrying. After all, it's the airline's job to get it safely to your destination, right? But assuming airlines never make mistakes is a rookie move, one that can quickly ruin your entire trip. The reality is, bags go missing, get misrouted to the wrong city, or show up days late all the time. Even if it hasn't happened to you yet, that doesn't mean it won't on your next flight. Some travelers check their bag and never think about it again, landing in another country with just a purse or small backpack. But if your checked bag doesn't arrive, you're stuck without clothes, toiletries, or medications. The simplest way to avoid this nightmare is to pack a just-in-case kit in your carry-on. Always include a change of underwear, a shirt, basic toiletries like toothpaste and deodorant, and any prescription medications you need. If your luggage disappears, you'll have enough to get through at least a day or two while the airline hunts down your bag. Consider also packing chargers for your devices in your carry-on. It's obvious, but many people pack all their chargers in their checked luggage, then end up with a dead phone just when they need to call the airline about a missing bag. Trusting the airline 100% with your belongings is a mistake you don't want to learn the hard way. 12. Not weighing your bag. Before leaving home, you'd think in the age of smartphones, smart scales, and every modern convenience imaginable, people would have no problem weighing their bags before heading to the airport. Yet every day, people roll up to the check-in counter clueless about their suitcase's weight. Then they act shocked when they're told they owe an extra $150 for being 8 pounds over the limit. Or they're forced to open their suitcase in front of a line of annoyed travelers, frantically moving shoes and jeans into their carry-on to avoid the fees. It's a stressful, embarrassing, and expensive mistake that's so easy to avoid. All you need is a basic bathroom scale or a cheap handheld luggage scale. Set your suitcase on the scale, check the number, and compare it to your airline's weight limit, which is usually 50 pounds or 23 kilograms for most economy-checked bags. Always leave a cushion of at least 2 or 3 pounds, because airport scales can read slightly higher or lower than your scale at home. This buffer gives you peace of mind. And don't forget to factor in souvenirs or anything you plan to add to your bag before your return flight. That cheap scale can save you hundreds in surprise fees and the embarrassment of repacking on the airport floor. It's a simple step, but skipping it can wreck your budget and your mood before your trip even starts. 13. Not making your bag. Stand out. If there's one mistake that seems ridiculous in today's world of endless customization options, it's not making your bag easy to recognize. Seriously. Black suitcases with black wheels and black handles are everywhere. Stand by the baggage carousel at any busy airport, and you'll see hundreds of nearly identical bags sliding past. It's a miracle more people don't accidentally grab someone else's luggage, or worse, have their own bag taken by mistake. Why do so many travelers still use black bags without a single unique tag, ribbon, or sticker? It's like they're begging for confusion. All it takes to make your bag stand out is one bright luggage strap, a neon-colored handle cover, or a funny sticker that makes you smile. You could even tie a colorful scarf or ribbon around the handle. It doesn't have to be fancy or expensive. Making your bag instantly recognizable saves you from awkward moments at the carousel, where you grab a bag that looks just like yours only to find someone else's underwear inside. It also deters thieves, who often go for generic-looking luggage they think will go unnoticed. Plus, if you ever need to describe your bag to airline staff, you'll have an easy way to identify it. It's the black suitcase with a bright green strap and a rainbow unicorn sticker. It might seem like a silly detail, but it's one of the easiest ways to avoid a frustrating, time-wasting mix-up at the end of a long flight. Don't let your bag blend into the sea of black rectangles spinning around the carousel. Give it a pop of personality so you can spot it instantly. All these mistakes sound obvious, right? That's what makes them so painful to watch in real life. There's a special kind of stress that happens when you're behind someone at the check-in counter who has to dig through their suitcase to take out batteries, or argues with the agent about their 70-pound bag. It's like watching a slow-motion car crash. The worst part is every single one of these mistakes can be avoided with a little common sense and 5 minutes of preparation. But because airports are overwhelming, people skip the basics. They think, oh, it'll be fine, or they'll let it slide, until they're stuck paying hundreds or missing their flight. Makes you look like a rookie. Besides costing you precious time and hard-earned money, these obvious bag-checking mistakes send a loud, clear message to everyone around you. You don't know what you're doing. Airline staff, seasoned travelers, and even opportunistic pickpockets can spot a rookie traveler from across the terminal. They're the people holding up the check-in line because they didn't measure or weigh their bag, arguing with the agent about surprise fees, or frantically repacking clothes on the airport floor while everyone else rolls their eyes. Later, you'll see these same folks at the baggage claim carousel, looking lost and helpless as they stare at dozens of identical black suitcases, trying to guess which one is theirs. And while it might seem harmless, looking like a clueless traveler makes you a magnet for problems. Thieves love distracted, overwhelmed passengers who can't keep track of their bags or paperwork. Airlines often have less patience for travelers who clearly failed to prepare, and fellow passengers quietly fume when someone's disorganization slows everyone down. Looking like you know what you're doing makes travel smoother, safer, and less stressful for you and everyone around you. A little preparation goes a long way toward avoiding these rookie mistakes. Traveling doesn't have to be stressful. Most of what ruins trips happens because people don't plan for obvious problems. Checked bags are a perfect example. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. These mistakes are so basic, you'd think no one would make them. But they do. Every single day. Don't let that be you. Read this list, remember it, and actually do it when you pack and check your bag. You'll breeze through the airport, your suitcase will arrive safely, and you'll look like someone who's been around the world, not like someone who just booked their first flight and didn't bother reading the instructions. Happy travels, and may your bag always arrive with you.